Hey there, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sachin. For those who do not know me, I am, you could say I'm a second year law student now, as I completed my first year this year in 2021. I am majoring in law. I am not doing a conjoint degree. Before I get started, I want to let you know that this channel, I basically make law school related videos. I do lifestyle videos and I do general law school vlogs. I would like you to join the law school family, a lawful Sachin family, and if before I start this video, I would like for you to hit the subscribe button down below, like, share and comment, and basically I know why you've clicked on this video. I reckon that you've clicked on this video because either you really enjoy my vlogs and really would like to know what I get up to in law school, or you're unsure of whether law is the right degree for you, and whether you're just considering law, and you need that extra guidance. And as I finished my first year of law this year in 2021, and I've made it all the way to my second year of law, which I will do next year in 2022. And I can be your first point of call. If you have any questions regarding first year of law, I'll be happy to help. It would really help me if you could subscribe down below and give it a thumbs up. So my specific advice will be around law students who are studying at the University of Waikato, or in the bounds of New Zealand, and are law students from my university which I go to. Before I start, I recommend you to grab a notebook of some sort, or a writing pad, or whatever it is, even your laptop for that matter, and write down all the information that you're about to get, because I know it's going to be quite useful for you. Make sure you do not skip this video. Like, you don't skip the video till the end, because this video has a lot of important information which I recommend you sit back, relax, and also write down my top tips. So first of all, you want to get out there. You want to join clubs on the like WALSA, ALSA and WSU and even WILA. Let me tell you a bit about what each are. So WALSA stands for Waikato University Law School Association. It is a club. Now in this club, in this club basically you have a membership which you may wish to get. Now this membership, you have a lot of perks. I can tell you a few which I can remember. So you will get a discount for Memento Cafe and Bongo Cafe in terms of food and hot beverages and cold beverages, I think. You'll also get a discount, a subsidized discount on the law ball. You'll also get a discount on other stuff as well. Then you'll have an opportunity to attend a mixer, which I unfortunately did not go to. That's in the early part of your degree. The next part is obviously the law ball, which unfortunately did not happen this year because of COVID-19. And also you'll also have the opportunity to go do movie night, and you'll have the opportunity to visit the High Court later in the year. Now WALSA also runs leadership roles which you may wish to do. So these leadership roles are quite nice in that matter because it looks really good on your CV. So you could, I applied for one which I didn't get, but I did apply. It's great experience. Then later in the year you'll have a wide range of leadership roles like president, vice president. You'll have the one who event kind of person. You'll have the person who deals with money. So yeah, there are many different roles. You have health and well-being, and you can do that as well with ALSA. ALSA stands for Asian Law School Association. If you wish to join, you can. It's basically the same thing. They have a bunch of they also have a bunch of leadership roles, events. But coming back to WALSA, WALSA holds a mentoring program. I was lucky to be involved in this mentoring program. I signed up as a mentee because it was my first year, and I got the most amazing, you would say, the best mentor you can ever have, because he really set me out to become a good student in law. He gave me the top tips. He gave me advice. He talked to me about my assignments. He talked to me about how to prepare for tests, how to prepare for exams, what are the best ways of doing that, which is really good. So the ideal thing to do for you, I reckon, is to go join the DK mentoring program when sign-ups come out. I want you to do it. Like for example, I would say in ALSA, ALSA's Asian Law School Association, they also have a mentoring program. But if you've signed up in WALSA, you don't have to sign up in ALSA. If you get what I mean. Just say you don't sign up in WALSA, but you want to sign up in WALA, ALSA, then basically you can do the mentoring program from there. But they will also have a second mentoring program, but it's only for third year and fourth year students. So don't apply to that, because you'll have to end up paying and then you won't get refund, which happened to me. In terms of WILA stands for Women in Law Association. A lot of young women who are in law school are free to join that. There's also a membership. I've never joined that because I'm not a lady, I'm not a girl, but they have a lot of, leadership roles. They have a lot of events as well. And also another thing is get out there. What I mean by getting out there is join the debating society. Debating society is the #1 club you wish to join. You have a lot of competitions throughout the year, so get involved in that. Another one is your mooting society. So I joined the mooting society. I unfortunately didn't get the chance to do the moot comps, but I went to the moot workshop, and they really helped me, set me up on how to do my appearances and all that. So it really sets you up for your 104 moot in terms of it helps you practice. No matter if you lose or win, you still get experience. But for me, because of the delay, and they kept postponing it, it got too close to the 104 moot, so I had to not do the competition. But in fact, I did really well in my 104 moot, so kudos to me and my partner for doing so well. And there are a bunch of societies, there's a bunch of clubs that are not a part of law school, but you can still join, like sports. You can join tennis, basketball, hockey, soccer. There's even cricket if you wanted to join. But it really depends, and netball if you're a girl, and volleyball probably, and hockey. So those are all the sports that I know of. There's even esports if you would like to join. So get out there, join that, because it really helps you as a person. Another thing is, as I said before, get involved in WALSA, ALSA, WILLA, if you wish to. I mean, it's really useful, because if you get those memberships, you will have perks. So, yeah. Now, my second point is start building your CV. Law is considered as a very competitive degree, and basically you want to be ahead of the game. You want to do everything in your power to build up your CV right from the start, right from the first year. As when you reach the third year and fourth year and maybe fifth year if you're doing a conjoint degree, you'll be a quite well-rounded person. And the thing is, a lot of law firms are not just looking at your transcript, but they're looking at you as a whole, like whether you can, what do you say, like you can face new opportunities, you can face new risks, and you can, so you can step out of your bounds and comfort zones. Also, talking about that, you can also, as a first year law student, you can join community law or youth law. It's a great way to start your legal career. If you wish to join, you could do pretty much anything and build up your CV from there. This relates to building up, as I said before, building up through clubs and societies, and get involved in those, as networking is also another important thing. I would say attend all networking events, as they're really important, including law expos, as there will be lots of employers that will come and talk to you, and you can talk to them and ask them questions if you wish. For example, the mooting competitions are held by McCall Lewis, which is a law firm in Hamilton. If you do really well and get first place, or they see how well you're doing, they may even offer you a job, so you can land a job with that. So I reckon you do the moot competitions, as they're really important. Also, I would like to say is get LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a great way to reach out to employers in the future. Be open to applying for things. If you haven't heard of SJS stands for Student Job Search. A lot of law firms and other there are law jobs on Student Job Search. You just have to keep waiting and looking at it, like probably every week, to see. They may even have an internship which you may wish to join. That's a great way of also starting your legal career if you would like. I've looked online, and they have a lot of junior roles, but a lot of them on there require at least 1 year of admin experience. If you have admin experience, then you're all good. But if you don't, then there's always community law, there's always youth law if you wish to join. But they will have jobs for law students, first year or second year, that if you wish to apply, you can. And that's a great way to put your foot in the door and build up your CV. The next one is, if you are doing a conjoint degree, do not neglect your conjoint papers. In Waikato University, your first year of law, it means you're not actually officially in law school, as when you're in your second year, means you've actually made it to actual law school, and you're basically in it. So what I've heard as of my research is, I hear that I've seen that in order to get into the LLB program, you must maintain a GPA of 6.5 to get into the LLB program. So that's between an A- and a B+. That's guaranteed entry into the LLB program. During your first year of law, try to aim and get grades A plus to a B plus. Those are really, really good grades, and you should be proud if you do get those. For me, I was lucky enough, and I worked so hard this year. You wouldn't even know. I worked really, really hard. So 103 I got an A minus, for 104 I got an A, and for 106 I got an A plus overall. So I'm really happy, but try to do well overall. My fourth tip is to stay on top of your content. I say this because law is quite a heavy content related subject, and especially for someone who's just come out of high school, and going into your first year requires you to know a lot of content that is being presented to you. But you should know that how to do legal writing, which you will learn in your lectures and workshops. You even get to practice this in your workshops. There are going to be 4 portfolio assignments which you will need to complete, and it's a great way to bring up your skills into legal writing for your actual assignments. So basically you complete your workshop assignments, then you get feedback on those workshop assignments, then you use that feedback to apply that into your real assignments. So being on top is key, as I would say people coming from high school may be not used to the workload. And sometimes the lecturers go really, really fast. So staying on top of that, you could either I could either write your notes in class, or you could listen, understand, and then come home and rewrite your notes, which is also not a problem, but you just have that extra time. You need time to actually write your notes, as some of the papers are quite content heavy. Also, there's no doubt that writing your content every week is really important. So let me tell you how I studied this year and what I did. So what I do is I review the content of the lecture, and every week I write my notes. I review the content for all that whole week, so I write all the content for that week and then review it. And normally I struggled a bit in university and law. In terms of lectures, because some of the lectures went too fast for me. So what I would do is understand what the content of the lecturer is saying, come home and rewrite my lecture notes. And that way I was able to comprehend of what the lecturer was saying. What I did is every day after the lecture I would write my notes. I would go back and review my notes, and do this for every week. And at the end of every topic, I review the material of that topic every single week. The assignments rely on the content you are learning. For example, every week a new topic is taught, and it is presented in the tutorials, which I say is vital, as the tutorials set you up for the exam. Keeping up to date with tutorials gives you a good impression to your tutor when it comes to discussions in class. If you are not up to date with this, you'll have no idea what is going on. The exams are super heavy weighted. For example, the first year of law, Legal 106, the exam is worth 50%. So that's a massive chunk of your overall mark. For me, I did really, really well in terms of the exam because it was online. And I actually did pre-prepared essays. Those essays were really easy to use in the exam, which I did. And I got 96% in the exam, which in turn I got an A plus overall. Quizzes, tests, I think were 20%, and there are 4 tests. I think every month you had a test. Not every month. I would say I can't remember how. I know there are 4 tests, but I think all the 4 tests are set out throughout the whole year. In first year, you have Legal 103, and you learn how to reference, do legal writing on case presentation, case analysis, legal opinion, which you will learn in your lectures and then practice them in your workshops. If you get those workshop portfolio assignments done early, you can actually get them checked by your tutor and get feedback on them, and then therefore use your feedback to apply for the real ones. For example, in 103, I remember you could practice your case analysis and your legal opinion, and basically then when you get feedback on those, then you can apply that to those real assignments that you get in your first year in 103. Like, the actual assignments are worth much more than what the portfolio are worth 5% each, and there are 4 of them, to make 20%. This is so 104, do not feel intimidated by mooting. When I started 104, I felt really intimidated because I was quite scared at the start. Like, what am I going to expect? So I think you start off with a client advice letter, and the client advice letter. Then you go to your moot written, then your moot oral, and then the 4 portfolio assignments. Again, with the portfolio assignment, you practice them in your workshop, you apply them for the real assignments. I would say is when you are doing 103, you get introduced to IRAC. IRAC stands for Issue, Relevant Law, Application, and Conclusion. Now, in terms of 106, you can't really use IRAC in your essays, and they'll teach you this throughout your 106 paper when you do it next year, but I'm going to second year, so I'm just giving you advice here. And for legal opinion and case analysis, you need to use IRAC. IRAC is the most important thing. Do never neglect IRAC. Sometimes you can use IRAC in terms of your essays, sometimes you can't, so you have to try and figure out a way to subsidize that. For me, I did really well in my written. I got 83% in my written and 80% in my oral presentation. What they'll do is, depending on next year's situation due to COVID, maybe they will have you have to go to the moot court. Moot court is a whole new experience. It's like you're being in an actual court setting. For me, my moot was online. It was via Zoom, which was less intimidating, but still I did really well. The questions, I was really prepared. So one of the advice I would like to give you is that in your in your oral presentation, under the oral presentation, then what you need to do is write under your oral presentation, write some of your notes. If you write notes on your case, you write notes on what the court heard and whatnot, and where the court was held, or which court, and what are the judges' names, then it's going to be all good. So just do that. The next thing I would give advice on is attend your tutorials. After each topic, there will be a tutorial homework, and I highly recommend that you do the homework, as it helps when it comes to the exam and the discussions you do in class. What I did was I did the tutorial assignments as the topics had been taught. Never neglect your tutorials, because you will be in trouble if you do that. The law school faculty will email you twice, and if you don't attend, it will be on your record. So stay on top of your tutorials, is what I have to say. This will help you when it comes to the final exam. I recommend that you attend your tutorials on campus because it's a whole new experience and it's a different settings, and your tutor can actually see what you've prepared and you can actually answer your questions that you may have in the tutorial or your discussions. You'll even get a chance to do group work. This is for 106 I'm talking about. So do prepare your answers, as it is key when it comes to the exam. There will be times when you do group work, as I said before, so understand the content, what is being taught, and the topics, and also understand what the content is. Write your notes, understand it, and then apply it in the tests and tutorials, and finally the exam. So what I was told is, come up with a theme, come up with the principle of a theme, come up with 3 examples of that. Examples basically form your answer. Sometimes we're using cases to answer our questions, but to demonstrate the theme and the principles and the concepts. This could be cases, legislation, specific topic such as Nazi Germany, and you'll learn to use IRAC. IRAC stands for Issue Relevant Law, Application and Conclusion. You will have time to practice this during your tutorials and workshops. You will learn IRAC in Legal 103 mostly, and then apply it in Legal 104 in terms of assignments and mooting. In Legal 106, you will use IRAC in your essay writing. Not every essay, as I said before, you can use IRAC. Sometimes when you're mentioning cases, lecturers find out that students are writing the full page of cases. What they are wanting from you is to use that case, the elements that was established in the case, the principle of the case. The only thing you need to know is about probably about a sentence or two, or maybe a paragraph. I would say a paragraph. Write a paragraph on the case. You do not need to write out the material facts. That is a big no. So don't write the material facts out as if you're going to mention something about the case. You need to write about also what case, what's the importance of that case. Sometimes you can have probably, I would say paragraph. Just do a paragraph to be on the safe side. Then you get more marks. You can write 2 to 3 sentences, but again, you won't do well. So I would say write a paragraph on the case, and do not use that paragraph to write the material facts, because no one wants to know about the material facts. You need to know more. They want to know more about the case itself. They don't want to know just the material facts of the case. In my first year, I was scared about going to the lectures, asking questions, which was also scary for me. So I'm sure some of you can actually relate to that. What I did is I started to attend all the lectures from the first day, and that's how I became very knowledgeable. What you need to realize is that the lecturer's job is there for them to help you, and help you answer, or how would I say, they're there to help you if you have any questions. Yeah, so they're paid to do this. So remember to give them questions if you have any. They're actually, as I said before, they're getting paid, and I recommend that you go and see the lecturer in their office. Now I know it's really intimidating and stuff, but if you go to their lecture, they'll understand what you're going through, and And also, if you're struggling, genuinely just struggling in law or need help, there are services on campus. I know Waikato University has them, which if they can give you advice on what you need to do. And so I'm going to link that down below if you would like that advice. If you would like that the service that University of Waikato offers. I actually did really well in first year because I did some sort of tutoring, not online tutoring, but obviously I studied really hard, but I got tutoring from my mentor. My mentor really helped me during this. He gave me advice, and that was really good advice, and I took that on board, and I studied really hard for the test and really hard for the exams, and I applied it in the exams, and I did really well, and that's how I got my A+, A, and A-. Yeah, but they're all for different papers. 103 is more content based, 104 is more mooting side of things. You still have the portfolio for 103 and 104. For 106 you have 4 tests plus 1 exam, so do not take the exam really lightly. That's what I would say. One thing is, when you are in first year, you'll notice that you will need 2 textbooks. One is the Legal Method textbook, which you can buy from Bennett's bookstore, or you can buy it second hand. I recommend you buy it second hand because I would say that the textbooks in Bennett's bookstore are not cheap. I know I spent quite a lot of money on that. Also, you need to know that there is the law style guide. The law style guide sets you up nicely how to reference, what are the requirements on setting out your assignments and whatnot, and it tells you how to reference nicely. So so use that. You can either buy it from Bennett's bookstore, or you can search up the New Zealand Law Style Guide online, and it will be there, but I'm not sure whether it's up to date. That's why it's always good to buy a hard copy. Remember to use legal jargon that you understand. Remember, there's a variety of ways to write your notes. Either you can handwrite them, which will take a long time. That's what I started with. And then you can write, or you can type up your notes, which I ended up doing. To know words, you can upload your words to a word bank, and then have your words, plus on the back of that you can have what the definition is. Or you can write it on a cue card. Cue card, you can write the word, and then on the back you can write the answer. But the thing is, for me, I found the best way. I purchased New Zealand Law School Dictionary. That is 45 New Zealand dollars. Now, you don't have to buy it. I'm not telling you to buy it, but for me it was very useful because I can learn words here and there every single week, and then revise those words so I can use those type of words in my essays and in my assignments. So I understood what kind of words there are, and in the dictionary, and I use them in my actual assignments and exam, because I obviously understood. One last thing is, my last tip is just enjoy yourself, have fun with your first year. Many of you in your first year, and many of you that is coming into first year or coming into university, do not stress about it too much, about your academics, getting into law school, as you are only in your first year of law, and you're basically settling into university life. Remember to join clubs and societies. As I said right from the beginning, have fun. Law is a very interesting degree. You're going to learn so much. You're going to learn so much practical aspects of law, whether you're going to take it on board in the future when you become a lawyer, or you're not going to practice law, you can use these. You can use this throughout wherever you go. So you can take it on board with life. Law is a very prestigious degree and a very employable degree. Do not neglect your social life. You need time to take a break. For me, I didn't really take breaks throughout my first year. I never went out, enjoyed, didn't go to bars or whatsoever, because I found the content was quite heavy, and I needed to study really hard to achieve those top grades. So yeah, do go out and socialize, but don't stay up too long in the night, because you need your beauty rest too. So yeah. Also, your body is not a machine. Take care of your body. Eat well, sleep well, and hydrate. Drinking water is absolutely important. I cannot stress that enough. Because you'll get a lot of fluid in your body, and your body needs it. Talking about your mental and emotional state, make sure you have a good mental and emotional state. Do not have a bad one. And if you're struggling or going through a mental breakdown, you can go see a counselor. I know that University of Waikato has a counselor. Do not strain yourself or pressurize yourself with academics. Allow yourself a bit of balance. If you're stressing and struggling, as I said before, there is a service on campus which you can use, and they will help you out, give you advice. But I will link that down below if you need that service. You can always ask me questions. If you have any questions, I'm very helpful. So please leave a comment down below, and I'll be happy to answer your questions. I hope all my tips have helped you out today. I made this video based on what I would ask questions. I hope I can mentor you through your first year. To all your first year law students going into first year next year, good luck. As I'm going into my second year, I can be your point of call. I can be your mentor, as I know what happened during my first year, and I have done really well, so I can give you good advice. I'm thinking of doing a guide, so how to do legal writing, how to reference, how to read cases, how to do the readings, and how to reference. If you could let me know down below what kind of videos you would like to see in law school, I'd be happy to make them for you. Which will be great. So thank you so much, guys, for sticking around right till the end. It really has helped me help you. And remember to give a thumbs up, give it a like, share this video with your friends who are doing law, and enjoy. I hope you have a great day. And remember, don't stress about your first year of law, because you're still settling into university life. Anyway, take care and have a great day. Bye!